Good morning, party people. It is, I don't think I've ever started a vlog that way. Well, I need to charge my watch. What time is it? Gotcha. It's pretty much noon. So I guess it's not really morning, but I finished my morning meetings and I now have a break before my next calls, and this is usually when I get ready because I'm not an up with the sun. I wish I was. I wish I was more of a morning person. I'm trying. The point is that I need to get dressed, and we're in sort of like false spring where the weather is kind of going back and forth. It's a little rainy, typical for Seattle, but today is actually going to be like mid to high 60s, blue skies. Well, I don't know if it's blue skies, but it's going to be warm, and it's going to be sunshine later in the day, and then it'll rain tonight. So I want to enjoy that, and I want to wear an outfit that is comfortable for indoors and when I want to go outside for my afternoon walk and all that stuff. So anyway, I am going to wear, for the first time, I went to Gap the other day because my favorite jeans ripped and I needed to buy jeans and I've been putting it off. I'll show you those jeans in a minute, but I got this little cute crop top, red crop top from Gap for like 30 bucks because they were having a 40% off sale. And it's got little buttons down the back, which I think is a really cute detail. And then I got, let's see, I've been wearing these jeans nonstop. When I went jean shopping, I got these from Levi's. I've never really owned Levi's before, and I was like, I'll give them a try because they're quality jeans, have a great reputation, and honestly, they're a lot more affordable than a lot of the jeans I tend to buy. Like, I love my frame jeans, but the frame jeans are like twice the price of Levi's, so, plus these were on sale. So I picked them up in not one color, but two different colors. And honestly, I'm gonna order them in probably a third. It's like that, what's that meme? It's like, if I like it, I'll just buy it in another color. This is that situation. I'll try them on for you, or at least one pair. You'll probably see me wearing both pairs throughout this vlog. But anyway, these are the rib cage Levi's. Funny enough, this is the 32. This is the 31. And they're technically the same length, but this one feels much longer on me than this one. I don't know. It's so weird. You have to just, jeans are hard, right? But I did get, where are they? I got these from Gap, which are kind of a nice medium wash. And these are a 30. I'm typically a 30, but it just depends on the brand and how tight they run. And I have said it multiple times in my vlogs of late, but I am on the heavier end of what I typically weigh right now. So my jeans are feeling a little tight. Anyway, so I think, I haven't worn these yet, and maybe I should today. I think that would be cute. Okay, I don't know how well you can see because I can't even see my viewfinder. But these are the Gap jeans. Like I said, size 30. They're a little snug at first, but like most jeans, especially like some of the more, the jeans with more elastic, and then they tend to loosen up. That's what I'm looking for. So I think these will be fine. They are a high rise, but they're a little lower than the ribcage jeans. I think about by like a ½ inch. The ribcage ones really come up, which is great if you have a long torso like me and you want something that holds you up. Not hold you up, but like something that hits high rise. I really love a very high rise. That's just me. I like the length of these. These are pretty, like they're not gonna drag and get gross. Like those ones might eventually have some issues with their hems, but whatever. I like a long pant. But these are perfect for like flats and, you know, sandals and stuff like that. And then this is the cute little crop top, and I think it's just the right amount. Like it's not too much. Not that I'm ever particularly worried, but you know, it just makes me feel comfortable, and it's just really, really cute and sweet. And like I said, these little details on the back, I really like this. So I'm very happy with this, but I think I might want to wear it. Do we think it would be better with this lighter wash? I'm gonna try it with the lighter wash. So this is the 32. Honestly, I don't actually think that's better. But yeah, you can see these are a 32, and while they have, I could possibly go down to a 31, but they would be really tight at first. And they're quite comfortable as a 32. So I don't know, but yeah, these are them. These are super, super comfy. I just really, really like them. But I think I will do the Gap jeans today. And then I have this little halogen crop jacket that I think will be a really cute little cover while I'm indoors, or if I want a little bit more coverage. Just, yeah, I think this will look better with dark jeans. Let me switch to jeans. Well, in theory it's cute, but I don't think I like it so much in practice. So, what would we want? Well, we'll come back to it eventually. Okay, well, we will figure out the rest of this outfit later. It's not the most important thing. I need to set you up on something. Let me introduce you to Agatha. This is Agatha. This is my sourdough starter that I started working on almost 2 weeks, a week and a half ago. Because, I don't know, I turned 39 and was like, you know what a middle-aged millennial woman does? Oh my god, that's not working. She starts doing sourdough, so I'm doing that. Okay, it's not an exact science. I was a lot more particular when I first started with like the measurements, but I've gotten a little more relaxed. I mean, within reason, you know? So, okay, so that's about 50 grams of water. Honestly, if I was going to restart Agatha, I would do a smaller batch, and I could take her down to a smaller batch, which I think I will eventually. Just because when you're getting it going, you're just wasting so much because of the discard. But anyway, it is what it is. I would go down to probably half of this and a smaller jar, but you know, lessons learned. And I can switch it. I have switched it once already to a smaller jar. It was in a bigger jar earlier, and I think I will take her down to a smaller jar in a day or two. There you go. It doesn't look like anything other than a clump of flour. But, you know, you saw some bubbles earlier, and it will bubble again. So I'm just trying to really build up a colony of wild yeast so that I can try some sourdough bread. I don't eat tons of bread, but I thought it would be interesting to do like sourdough pasta and maybe some like sourdough pancakes, things like that. I don't eat a lot of bread, partially because I prefer to have a lot more of my carbohydrates from vegetables, and like whole grains. And also just from a digestibility perspective, I do find that some breads make me feel really bloated and not great. So I thought, you know, homemade sourdough, you can control what's in it, control the ingredients. It's always a good thing to know how to do. And I'm a woman who likes a hobby. Speaking of hobbies, I've also decided, I'm finding my slippers. I also decided that I am going to start doing macrame. Because I saw a bag I really liked, and I was like, I want an artsy crafts hobby, because all my friends are knitting or crocheting, and I was like, Tried crochet before, I always lose interest. Macrame seems kind of cool, so I'm going to give macrame a try. And I tried my hand at tying some knots yesterday, and it's harder than you think, so yeah. But anyway, what else is going to happen in this vlog? I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow. Let me show you the situation. with the hair. I mean, you can kind of tell already, but like, I'm trying to grow it quite long, and it is quite long, like it's long hair, you know, but it's pretty dry at the ends. I have this happen, these are not the best ends. Focus. Anyway, you can tell it's not the best ends. I haven't had a haircut in probably like 3 months. I've had my roots done, which desperately need, like, they need work. I don't know, maybe I've talked about this before, maybe not. But like, I'm 39 and that's fine. Like, I feel really young, and I am young, like, you know, I'm young still, and but not like very young, you know what I mean? And my mom's hair started going gray when she was, you know, I mean, my hair started going gray in my 20s, so this was coming. And my mom's hair went gray quite a bit by the time she was my age, and in, you know, in her 30s and 40s, and like, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't, when my hair is gray, I look in the mirror and I don't feel like the person staring back at me reflects what I feel like and how I feel about myself. And yeah, I'm not ready. So, but I am willing to work sort of more towards it, because like, from a maintenance perspective, this is like, I can't go in and get my roots done every 6 weeks. It's kind of ridiculous. So, I think that we just needed to figure out what we're gonna do there. So I think I'll go a little lighter, maybe bring in some cooler tones. I don't know, we'll have a discussion, but that's tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to having fresh hair. And what else? I don't know. We'll see where we go. I don't really have anything planned. I just thought like, hey, oh, I do want to catch you up, because I do recognize I had all the best intentions. I was going to put out 2 vlogs a week and like all this stuff, and obviously I haven't. If you follow my channel, you know that. So yeah. So I think I'll sit down and we'll have like a nice little catch up as well, and I'll fill you in on like what's been happening. Anyway, I need to do some work and get ready for my meeting, but then I will catch up with you in a little bit. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, that was almost a disaster. Well, don't fall, because I did that once and that was bad. Okay, so work is done. Well, kind of. I'm just taking a break. I need to do more tonight. And I'm gonna go run some errands while the sun is shining. And yeah, I've also decided that I am going to swap over my wardrobe for spring, summer. I think I have a few, you know, obviously I have this crop top that I picked up, and I have a few other pieces that I picked up from the Poland sale. That was the last video I put out. I will let you know which ones I kept once we do that swap over. But yeah, I need to put away some of the heavy sweaters, take some stuff to dry cleaning that I'm not going to use, that I need to clean before I put it away. And then just deep clean my bedroom, because I got a couple of dust bunnies running around someplace. And yeah, I think this is a good weekend to do it, because the weather is still a little iffy, still kind of going back and forth, but I figure like leave 1 or 2 sweaters, bring out some of the stuff, you know, like it is spring now officially, so we can hope, right? Sort of. You just layer. That's what it is. It's layering season still. Okay, so yeah, rest of the outfit. Let me show you. Come hither. Okay, so dirty kids, obviously, Gap jeans, crop top, nothing changed there. The necklace stack, this pendant is Pollen. These 2 chains are Misoma. The earrings are Pollen. Ring number 1, let me show you this. This is from a local store that I picked up. Just like a little thing. And then this one is from my trip to France last October, which I never published the vlog for, and I think I'm just gonna give up on it, because honestly, yeah, I don't know. It's so far gone that, and it's stressing me out that I haven't done it, so if I just decide not to do it, it'll just relieve some stress. Anyway, and then I think it's time for the Pollen Cyme. I don't think my other bags really suit this outfit. And that's the look for today. Sunglasses are just a random pair, because, you know, I'm super light sensitive, so we just gotta go with the darkest pair. We don't get to do designer sunglasses. It's not a thing I get to do. I have to be functional about something. Anyway, I need to go find some chia seeds because I really want to make chia pudding. I just love it for breakfast. Pick up some berries and some seasonal beer from the breweries. So we're gonna go over that direction, and then we'll come back and we'll, you know, start the evening routine. So I think that'll be good. Hopefully some of my macrame stuff will start like arriving so that I can start getting in on that, because I'm actually really excited. But yeah, all right, let's go. Okay, so chia seeds. Found the chia seeds. But can we also take a moment and notice that my pollen bag interior is ripping, which is very upsetting. I feel like if you pay that much for a bag, it should not rip. And like earlier this month, my Dear Francis boots, part of their like buckle came off. So I need to like email people's customer service. Okay. Well, we are at Urban Family, one of my favorite places because they do sours. So this is a raspberry strawberry sour. Quite nice. Gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna work through thoughts on my quarterly goals for the next coming quarter. And I'm going to enjoy this apricot oatmeal cookie that I love. Yummy. Okay, at the Reuben's Tap Room, trying to pick up some beer, and I like the looks of that Hefeweizen. Curious about that one in the corner. And I'm pretty sure I liked that one last year, but I can't remember. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, we are back and home. I will show you, I did end up getting the hazy, well not the hazy, it's the Hefeweizen. Sorry, that's the Hefeweizen. This is the hazy. I'm pretty sure this is the one I liked last year, so we'll see if it jogs my memory. Like I said, I'm trying not to have too much alcohol in the house, but summer, you need like a good refreshing beer, you know? So we've got that. And then I did stop by Trader Joe's and pick up like my new favorite snack, these things. I got these. Tina had them at her house when I was dog sitting for her a while ago. Oh, sorry, that was totally upside down. These things. Anyway, she had these at her house and I was like, these are amazing and so good. The Minimalist Baker has this like overnight chia seed pudding that I love, so I can make that again, which is great news. It's really high in fiber and protein, and I add well, I did last time, and it did change the flavor of it, so I'm not sure if I should keep doing that. We're gonna try. But I get this like egg white only powder to add extra protein because I don't eat a lot of meat, and I am trying to like keep a higher protein level. It does make me feel quite full, and I like that, which is great. So that is my little haul. Now I'm gonna make some dinner. Oh, and my macrame yarn has arrived, I think. Yeah. So I got a couple different sizes. I initially ordered the 4mm rope, which is pretty big actually, and that didn't fit. And so then I've ordered 3mm, which is significantly smaller, and then 2mm. So now we have 4, 3, 2. Yeah, we'll see. This is too big to fit through the holes in. I found this off of Amazon. I don't like to use plastic if I can avoid it, but I figured for my first macrame project, I probably didn't need to go like all out and get super nice leather, so I got these like, you know, fake leather bag bottoms that I could use. So this is going to be the bottom of my bag, and I'm going to try my hand at making a macrame bag. I think that'll be fun. I think that's a nice fun project for me. Something I can do while I'm listening to an audiobook or watching TV. Yeah, I'm feeling in my like little crafty, well not really crafty, but like a couple of weeks ago when I tried on that Saison dress, the crochet one, I was like, I could make this. I can't, absolutely cannot. Like the quality of the yarn and the intricacy of the pattern, and like I could eventually learn to make it, but it would take me ages. And so I decided not to do that in favor of, I don't know, I was like, no, I'll just, you know, I'll find a different hobby. And then I was scrolling through, I don't know what I was scrolling through, and I was like, let me see, like, what about macrame? Because I like the idea of tying knots. Like, I can't, knitting is hard, because if you do really fine knitting, it's like hard for my eyesight. And crochet can kind of be the same, but I like the idea of being able to like make seams and stuff out of rope and tying knots. And anyway, it's very boho, but it doesn't have to be. Like, I really want to try and get more like Scandinavian style stuff. So anyway, this first project will probably be quite boho because, yeah. But I thought it would be fun. I could make my own little like summer tote bag. Like, it's a good little size for a summer tote. So we'll see how it goes. It might look like trash, and if it does, that's fine. It's still a fun thing to learn. So that's my little craft project. Maybe we'll start that tonight. You can't hear it well because it's not happening at the moment, but it just finished. It is thundering and lightning outside. So I had a quick look back at the videos, and yeah, I haven't actually put anything out in terms of like vlogs since the beginning of the year. So, you know, 3 months later. Whoopsies. Yeah, I think part of the reason for that is I mean, if you watched that vlog, I had been, well, that was a big one. I had been working 7 days a week. Can you hear that? Oh. It's a long one. It's gonna be a good storm. Hopefully we don't lose power. But anyway, yeah, I had been working like 70 hours a week. I'd been working like 70 days a week, 2 jobs. I still have 2 jobs. That hasn't changed. But I'm working significantly less at the second job. I'm only working like 2 short shifts a week. And that is because, well, yeah, it's because when you're unemployed and when you're making a lot less than you normally do, and then you have HOA fees and so, like, I took a hit hard last year financially. And so the second job is sort of helping kind of manage some stuff and like get me back on my feet. In addition to that, I've had a lot of medical bills this year. And like I said, I think I said earlier, like, it's not bad things. There's another good flash. Sorry, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'm a little distracted by the storm. Anyway, I said at the beginning of the year that my 2 biggest goals for this year like relate to getting my finances back into a healthier place and getting my body into a healthier place. And that was largely around getting like my dental work done. I have a lot of anxiety around the dentist, and it's just gotten to a point where like I had to deal with it. I was gonna deal with it anyway, but then if you remember, like, I was eating a Sour Patch Kid like 2 days before the year ended, and Sour Patch Kid, like, gummy candies are known to pull out fillings and things like that. Well, this time it took out a tooth, like a crown, and the part of a tooth that had been root canaled many years ago. So I had to deal with that. Went into like an emergency dentist visit, made a plan, and then so in January I like went from contract work to a full-time employee for this company, which then came with benefits, which was great. Those benefits, like those dental benefits, kicked in at the beginning of February. So in February I had the rest of the tooth extracted and a bone graft put in, which is doing its thing. It takes like 6 months or more sometimes to have like the bone heal in around it so that they then can put an implant in, so that I will have all my teeth back, more or less. But then we also went and did like a full exam of all of my teeth, and I have another root canal on the other side of my mouth that was like had gotten reinfected, or something had happened that tooth was reinfected. And so yesterday I had to go to the endodontist, and they drilled through the crown, and they took out all of the old stuff that had been from that previous root canal, and they've packed it full of medicine and put in a temporary filling. So like, yeah, so let's just say like I've been on a teeth journey. I've had fillings redone. I don't think that there has been a week since the beginning of February that I haven't been into a dentist office for a checkup, just like because, you know, like they had stitches in my mouth and my stitches were coming undone, and it was a Friday, and I was like, I'm really worried. It's been a lot. And the big ones have involved numbing. Like the last 2 weeks I had fillings taken out and redone, which requires them to like, you know, numb you, and those needles are really, like, I get really anxious about them. And like yesterday they had to do 3 rounds of injection to numb up this side of my mouth. So that was 3 rounds, 3 different times that they had to come in and put needles into my mouth. And I already don't do well with needles outside of my body, like, nah. So yeah, needless to say, it's been like emotionally difficult. And on top of that, I've also then gone in, gotten all of my medical exams. I went and had my eyes checked on Monday. And I have to see a specialist because I have, like, if you don't know, I have a retina condition, and like, so I just have special needs around that. And so yeah, it's just been like a lot of getting myself back up to speed with doctor's appointments and health check-ins, and then dealing with my dental anxiety. And I've been doing a really good job of that. I have 2 weeks, I have like a break now. I don't have to go to the dentist for like 2 weeks, and then they will check on the progress of this one over here. And I mean, it should be doing well. If they are happy with it, they'll close it all up. You know, like they'll take out the medication, they'll put in the actual thing they need to have in there, and they'll close it all up permanently. And then I have to have another crown. Not like I have to have a crown replaced over here because it's an old crown. I have terrible teeth. Like, I have genetically bad teeth, and then I also had a soda addiction as a child and a teenager into my like early adult years, and I've pretty much kicked that. I like almost don't drink any soda. But you know, the damage was done. The damage was done when I was young, and I now just have a lot of problems. But yeah, that's been taking up a lot of my time and emotional energy. And I'm also trying to like be better about my finances because, like I said, they took a hit and all this stuff. So I haven't been vlogging much because I've been just really focused on getting myself back to a baseline where I'm happy and feeling good about life. And I'm feeling much better than I was even like a month or 2 ago, and there's still a lot of work to do. Like, I am still trying to, and I have PT. I've been doing PT because I think I said it earlier, like in like my Vlogmas vlogs, but like I injured my foot about a year ago, and I was pretty positive it was plantar fasciitis. That's what they say it is. And so I've also had like weekly PT appointments. I've also like been trying to catch up with people because when you're working as much as I was working last year, it's really hard to maintain those relationships. And so I have been trying to spend more time with my friends, and just enjoying my life. And I've also been working on intentional de-stressing. So, because like that was a lot of stress to carry around last year, and I still have like I'm still carrying a lot of stress, right? Because of all these doctor's appointments and going through something that is very anxiety inducing for me. I've been trying really hard to intentionally de-stress my body, when that looks like being better about keeping my space clean. It's not amazing right now. But honestly, it's better than it has been. And, you know, getting better sleep and
taking breaks and walks in the afternoon and just kind of that sort of thing. So I've been getting massages. I threw myself a birthday party. I did film that and then I never edited it. So I had a great time. I went to dinner with people. I got a massage. Like, I've been going pretty consistently to a yoga class at least once a week, that I like and is like more of a slow flow. So finding ways to like get activity in without causing my foot further pain has been a bit of a challenge, but I bought new shoes, and if your feet hurt, chances are you need new shoes. So go do that. It was, I know that, and I knew that the whole time. And I also was so surprised at how big a difference, even though I know that's true every time I buy new shoes, because I'm like, oh, I think these ones are wearing out. If you think, oh, my shoes are probably wearing out, they probably were worn out 6 months ago and you needed new shoes then. Like, as a runner, I should remember these things and just like, because one of my goals that I've set for myself, not goals I set for myself, but in 2026, I'm not going to do it in 2025 because I just think that would be pushing myself a little too hard. But maybe, we'll see. We'll see where things land. But I would really like to go and run a half marathon in like London, because I love London a lot. I really like London, and I would like to go run a half marathon there. I'm also hoping to take myself to Japan this fall, so we'll see. But yeah, so that's kind of like, that's why I haven't been vlogging much. I've just been so focused on getting myself into a healthier place that I just haven't had the energy or time. I've honestly sat down a few times and tried. Anyway, I need to wash my hair because I don't want Jessica to have to deal with my like bad scalp. It's just, I can feel it acting up because the weather's been weird lately. And I also want to tidy up a little bit, and then I would like to spend some time getting my macrame stuff in order. So I'm gonna do that, and if I end up starting the macrame project tonight, I'll show you that. But if not, we're just gonna catch up tomorrow morning, because you don't need to see me putting away like laundry. Not laundry. Well, yeah, I do need to put away laundry, but you don't need to see me putting away like dishes in my kitchen. It's boring. So anyway, either you will see me doing macrame or I'll see you in the morning. Well, it's one of those mornings where I'm just running ridiculously late, which is bad. Like, my appointment is in 5 minutes and I'm not even out the door. So that's great. Work is just work. Oh, I got what you saw this morning, my coffee. My coffee this morning was very exciting because for my birthday, I got an espresso machine. Anyway, I gotta find my stuff and then we'll catch up. Okay, well, I was so late I had to leave the house without saying anything, but it's been kind of a morning. Work was like frustrating, but fine. It's been a frustrating week work-wise, but that's okay. We're gonna go and do some, well, Jessica and I are talking and it feels like this hair might be getting a little too long on me. I think I've been looking to figure out like how long can I go without being overwhelmed by my hair, and it's definitely getting to the point of being overwhelming. So we're gonna lose some length. We're gonna add in a lot more lightness around this area, and yeah, I think it'll be a nice, good change, ready for spring and summer. So I'll keep you posted. We are in the root painting part of this adventure, and next up is highlights. The foil stage. Okay, friends, I am back. I've actually been back for a little bit now,
but I had work I needed to address like immediately. Anyway, this is the hair. It needed to be cut because we had a lot of like dry ends and just needed to take off some of the length to make it a little healthier. So that was really good. And then we put in a lot more like blonde and stuff like that. Well, we lightened it. So yeah, that's the hair. I am contemplating a pretty significant change come fall. So I think over the next couple of appointments, Jessica and I will talk through sort of what we think might be a good style. I'm thinking like pretty short, like maybe like collarbone length. So anyway, just things I'm thinking about. Oh, and this is the outfit I didn't really get to show you. So these are the jeans that I got from Levi's. They are the ribcage jeans. I've worn them like probably 4 or 5 times already, so they're probably due for a wash, and they should kind of tighten up a little bit, but they're pretty perfect. I might have shown you these. I'd already shown you these. And like I said, I have them in the black pair. I was gonna wear these today, and then I put the outfit on and I was like, it's too much black. It feels too heavy, and I didn't want to feel like weighed down. So I didn't go with those. But this is just an Everlane t-shirt I really like, a Zara vest. And these are some Aloha chunky loafers. And that was the look today. But yeah, I don't know. Not much to report. Oh, I did also get this new like hair oil. Let me get it. Let me show you. Okay, yeah. Switch. A little bit of the switching of positions. Anyway, I got this new hair oil. Jessica recommended it. I've been looking for products that can help like deal with my scalp concerns, and also protect my hair and promote growth and all that kind of stuff. So this is what she recommended. So it's brand new. We'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. But I think that'll be good. Anyway, now, oh yeah, so the other thing I was going to show you. I said yesterday that I would like show you if I started my macrame. I lied. I started the macrame. So let me show you that. Okay, so this is the start of it. I got, like I said, I think I showed you this yesterday. I got these little PLU bag bottoms off of Amazon. I ordered this rope. This is a 3mm cotton cord that I got specifically for, I don't know if it's specific to macrame, but that's what showed up when I Googled. And then this stuff, like this first initial looping through right here, I believe these are called lark's head knots, and basically you just double the cord up, feed it through, and then you loop the loose ends through and you get this kind of knot. Anyway, I had to measure and cut 66 cords, which took longer than you'd think. And then I had to feed them through all of these holes. There are 66 holes, thus 66 pieces of cord. Do all of that. And then I came here, and I believe these are called square knots. So I started these, and I'll do at least one row of that. I'm following a pattern, but also I'm somebody who likes to go off script quite a bit. So I might sort of build my own pattern as I go. We'll see. I probably should stick to the pattern since this is my first macrame project, but we'll see how it goes. I'm already kind of like, how do I create a more like structured bag? How do I, like, I'd love to create like a little bucket bag that like the ones you see in like Saison and stuff like that. So we'll see. But it's a fun little project. It's very soothing. I also have to say, getting the Nespresso was awesome. This is what I got. I think I showed you this earlier this morning, but this is the Cities one, and I wasn't gonna get this one, but when I went into, like, I'd asked my family for money to buy an espresso machine because I, you know, like getting an Americano out in Seattle is like, my Americano order is like a triple 16-ounce Americano, and with tip that is often running me close to $7, and I don't want to spend $7 a day on coffee outside the house, especially since I already drink coffee inside the house as well. The price on this one, which is like 2 steps up, I was gonna get the Essenza, and this one is 2 steps up from that one, and they ended up being the same price because of the sale. And then I also ordered for myself, because I'm trying to be as like environmentally conscious
with these things, because like the pods feel really wasteful. There's a lot of plastic in that. I know they recycle them and everything, but it's still, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle, right? So like the point is to do the other two before. Like recycle is not the first step, it's the third step. So if you can reduce and reuse, you should. So I got these little stainless steel ones, and you can pack them with your own coffee, which is significantly cheaper. They don't take a lot of espresso. So I've bought a few of those, and I've bought some espresso that I had ground specifically for this, and I'm also like doing that, which brings like the cost down. I could drink all the coffee I wanted in one day at home with an espresso machine for the price of one Americano out. Like I would have more than enough coffee. So yeah, it's a lot more cost effective to go this route. Anyway, I just wanted to share those things with you, show you the hair, show you the outfit of the day, and catch up with you a little bit. I still have a little bit more work to do this evening, but then I think I'm gonna come home and work some more on my macrame, and probably watch Inside Out too, because that was cute. So we'll catch up with you later. Oh, also, I decided to open the these thingies, and this is what they look like in case you're curious. They're like this, and they're so good. I love them. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. It is many hours later. I've just been working. And I made myself a nice little girl dinner, which was just basically like cucumbers and tomatoes and hummus and mozzarella, because I just didn't want to make anything too involved, and those are like many of my favorite things. And now I'm enjoying one of the beers I purchased yesterday. I'm pretty sure that's not the one from last year that I liked though. Still good. Reuben's is good. Anyway, I was gonna watch Inside Out too, because I thought Inside Out was so cute yesterday, but I realized that the not the Game of Thrones, the Wheel of Time series, it released a new episode today, so I'm gonna catch up on that. I want to make a list of TV shows to catch up on, and Ted Lasso and White Lotus are pretty high on them. So yeah, if you have some recommendations, let me know. I did start watching The Ring of Power, and I just wasn't drawn in. Anyway, I'm blabbing. I'm gonna do this. I've got my little setup here, my little macrame setup, which is the back of my chair, and I've just draped it over. It's pretty perfect. So I need to do a bunch of rows of these. I think they're called square knots. Episode done, and I have made it precisely one round of this bag, which is incredibly slow, and I'm sure I could be faster, but wow, that's gonna take a while. I'm supposed to do 7 circles around according to the pattern, and I've got 2 so far, so it's gonna take a while, but I think that's great. I think this is I think it'll be a fun project to do when I am just like at home hanging out, listening to an audiobook or a podcast or watching TV or something like that. It's nice to have something to do and feel like, yeah, I like this. I like having an activity to do while I'm watching TV. Like it makes me feel like I'm getting more done with my time. And I do have a problem with wanting to feel like a productive person. Maybe like an unhealthy need to feel productive. I don't know. Anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna get myself ready for bed, and I will see you. Oh, I should probably show you. I mean, it's really not that different. We just have, you know, the lark's head knot, and then 2 rows of the square knot. So 5 more rounds to go, and then the next bit. Well, that's not a very good angle. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, about 5:30 p.m. and I finished working for the day, mostly. I might do some stuff, like some multitasking stuff, and like I have to listen to some podcasts and things like that, but I think I'm pretty much done for the day. And I really have been wanting to go up to the Goodwill. I'm in search of a Dutch oven, like a cast iron enamel Dutch oven. If I can find Le Creuset, phenomenal. But honestly, I don't care that much about the brand. I just want one, and I don't want to pay like 80 bucks for it if I don't have to. And that's the cheap version. Like obviously Le Creuset is significantly more expensive. Don't look at my dirty kitchen. I swear I cleaned. It explodes quickly. Anyway, I want to go up to the Goodwill, and also since I'm there and it's a sunny day and it's a Friday, I feel like it's treat yourself kind of day, and that means I want to get some Frankie and Joe's, which is the vegan ice cream that I really, really love. It's ridiculously expensive, but it's also ridiculously good. So maybe just like a little baby scoop as a treat. And also it's a nice, like, good long, not long walk, but like good length walk. So I just really need to move. My hip is bothering me from sitting all day, and I want to get into that sunshine while I can. So let me really quick show you the outfit, and then let's go see if we can score something good at the Goodwill. Starting from the bottom, as always, I have my Nike Retro Dunks. Can't really see them all that well. They're like red. I have on the black Levi's ribcage high-rise jeans that I'm obsessed with. This Levi's denim jacket that, long story, I say it every time, but I drunkenly commandeered this from somebody else at the club on accidentally. I think they got mine and I got theirs. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, this reminds me of a really fun night at one of my favorite clubs in Seattle. That is RIP, no longer here, but yeah, it's like every time I wear this, I get happy about that memory. I am very sorry for the person I took this from, but we were all drunk. You know what happens. So, this top is T. Tahari, just like something I picked up at not J. Crew, at Nordstrom Rack. It's like a little sleeveless polo tank, zip up, like, I don't know, it was like a $5 purchase, so it was great. And then I've got the Celine today, which matches my shoes. So yeah, so that's the look of the day. Sunglasses from some random brand at REI, nothing special. Anyway, let's get into the sun and let's go to Goodwill. Goodwill. Let's go. Oh, I don't hate these. Kind of like those. I did just leave my brand new Hydro Flask at the eye doctor, so maybe. No, I don't like that one. Ugh, I think I might just reorder my Hydro Flask because I liked it a lot. That one is a good option, but it's like really gross inside. So. Arts and crafts abandoned by other people. I find this experience very overwhelming. Like everything is scattered and there's a million people and it's chaos and it just doesn't work well with my brain. Okay, I'm just walking on my way to Frankie and Joe's and I passed a Henry mural. Henry's like a local Seattle muralist. And I don't know, this walrus is really popular for him. And I just really enjoy it. I think it's really cute. So that just made me happy. Okay, ice cream. You can definitely hear the construction next door, but I got my ice cream. I went for 2 scoops. The raspberry yuzu, which is very nice and tart and refreshing. And then my favorite, which is California Cabin, which is very sweet. And yeah, I just couldn't pick. They don't go together, but I wanted both. So I want to go on a walk around my usual like loop, just to get a bit more exercise in, and because it looks like it's going to be a nice sunset. So, oh my god, this is the most exciting discovery. My favorite chicken food truck. I really just get their popcorn chicken, so very excited. I don't know how well you'll be able to see because the light's kind of going, but this road has all these really beautiful trees that are starting to bloom. Cherry blossoms are coming in. There's definitely springtime. go. We've reached the park. See the marina down there. Catching the light. Let's go find a nice view, shall we? You can see all these boats. That's so funny. I just ran into my neighbors. Let me show you the chicken. I don't care all that much, but this is the chicken from Impeccable. To be honest, I remember it being better, but it's still pretty good. So, I feel like they used to have smaller pieces, but maybe not. Anyway, time to eat. Hi everybody. It's a new day. I forgot where I left off yesterday. Who knows? Anyway, I'm about to go out for a walk because it is sunshine. It is also like, yeah, it's like 5 o'clock and I would like to go for a walk. I have been sort of cleaning and kind of, I don't know if you can see the mess that is this area because I'm cleaning out my bedroom so I can deep clean before I swap over my closet. And my vacuum died, so I was like, this is the perfect natural break to just go take my long walk, enjoy the sunshine, get out there for a little bit, and then come back. And hopefully, I mean, it's not too much more that I need to do to deep clean, and then I can probably do the closet swap over. So, and have some dinner. So, that's the plan. But let me just show you what we're dealing with. Right, so I've already done the shoes. It's a lot more echoey in here when the stuff's on here, but I have piles of clothes that I want to sell on Poshmark that were in here and behind the door and just like stuff like that. So I've been cleaning things. I need to address all of this, which is all of my sweaters and jeans. All my hoodies are up there. I live in hoodies. And then, yeah, pants and stuff. And then all of my storage is underneath my bed. So we'll take all of the winter clothes out, but I just needed to deep clean. I also really need to get rid of the Peloton. I think my hairstylist might take this from me, actually. I was like, hey, do you want it? She might. Anyway, so we just need to finish cleaning that up when we get back, and then I can take all the clothes out from underneath my bed and start deciding what I want to swap over. I don't think it's going to be a full swap to summer stuff. Admittedly, my entire closet is, like, not my entire closet, but a lot of my closet is year-round because I just don't, like, yeah, I don't have, like, a ton of just summer stuff and a ton of just winter stuff. I have a lot of stuff that I can wear year round. So, except for like the sweaters and like the tank tops, right? Like everything else is kind of pretty wearable. And also Seattle never gets, it's like 2 weeks of extreme hot and like 2 weeks of extreme cold. So it's pretty moderate most of the year. Excitingly, it looks like we're gonna get 70 degrees in the next week or two here, like later next week. So spring is coming. I do feel better. It looks like we've stopped dipping into the 40s and we're going to be solidly in the 50s for most of the day. So I do feel better about making this swap. I was a little anxious because it was like back and forth. But anyway, let's go for a walk and then let's come back and tackle this room because, yeah, just want a clean house. It's a very gradual spring cleaning process, but it's happening. This is the marina I was showing you yesterday from the hilltop, so yeah, it's pretty nice. You can see all the houses up there. So we were up there yesterday, looking down at this marina, which is lovely. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of stairs to climb. Oh my god. So many stairs. Alright, we're at the top. And that is one good way to get your cardio in. Okay, back from my walk. It is, it's much later. It's like almost 8:30. I just made some dinner and finished cleaning my room. And now I need to, like, I probably should just not eat. I should wait until do this. I should wait and do this till tomorrow, but I'm just in the mode, so we're gonna do it. Happy that the room is clean, like dusted everything in the corners, rearranged everything. Now we need to pull out, I really need to get rid of this, but now we need to pull out the clothes, take everything out, figure out what we're doing. Okay, I probably showed you already, but like lots of sweaters, jeans, blazers, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops, all that kind of thing. Shorts, pants, skirts, well, not skirts, dresses. All my dresses and jumpsuits in here. Skirts are in here. Pajamas, sportswear, and then this is kind of like tops I don't want to hang and t-shirts and things like that, and then that's like underwear and socks and stuff like that. So that's the closet. Let's get going on switching it over. Oh, and also a nice organized perfume collection. Yay! Okay, we are about an hour later, and let me show you. It's not a huge change, but I took a bunch of the winter sweaters and packed them away. Hopefully you saw that. Jeans. These are the less worn jeans. These are probably, actually I just coded them. They could probably stack into one if I needed more space, but they don't, and I like to spread out the weight on these shelves because I'm a little afraid sometimes. But anyway, those are jeans. Swapped out the skirts, so brought out a lot of my summer skirts. I realized that almost everything I own is Saison. Zimmerman, and Other Stories, Topshop, Saison, and this one in the brown suede is Aritzia. But everything on this hanger, all of my midi skirts are Saison. I might have a problem. This is a Cult Gaia set that I am excited to wear soon for an event. Saison, Zara, Syncocept, AFRM, Everlane, Halogen. Left this one because I like to just throw this on when it's cold. It's just like a, sorry, it's kind of hard to see it, but it's just a sweater I sold from Ket's Closet. I was obsessed with Everlane last year, and I bought a couple of these kind of oversized linen shirts that are really nice. I'm excited to wear this shirt again. I bought this one in Lisbon, and I love wearing it in the spring. And then one of my favorite tank tops is this Saison halter that I got, I believe, a year or two ago. And then where'd it go? Where did I put it? This is one of the new tops I bought from Gap the other week. It's this buttercream yellow, little scalloped edges on it. I thought that was really cute and sweet. Where'd my favorite t-shirt go? Here it is. Well, this one, I think it's so fun. This is a t-shirt I got in Estonia. It's from Kyrgyz. I forget, but I love that t-shirt. Get back in there. Really obsessed with Everlane. I think Everlane is one of my new favorites for really basic stuff. I really want to figure out how to wear this linen blazer from Everlane. I didn't even take the tag off last year, but I need to figure this out. So that's a styling challenge I really need to sort out this spring and summer. And then over here, excess hangers, always a good thing to have. But I've got shorts. I really only have 3 pairs of shorts. I got this white pair from Everlane last year. These are the Rome shorts. They're in the Saison Core collection, and they're probably one of my favorite shorts ever. These are a pair of black Aritzia shorts. They are a year-round piece in my closet. Then for pants, Literally every single pair of pants on here is wide leg, high rise. I have a uniform, okay? And I color coded them. So we've got white to beige down to the blue and the pinky color. And then this one is sort of starts more earth tones and goes to black. These are my favorite linen trousers. They're Zimmermann. They were a gift to self for a birthday a while ago, a number of years ago. I hope they still fit. I feel like they might not. Sorry, wrestling with my hangers. Those pants. This is the Saison crochet dress that I just got from the last haul. I kept that one. In case you didn't see it, I kept this one, the crochet skirt, this skirt, and then this skirt from the Saison haul that I published recently. This is also a Saison dress. This is a Saison dress. Like, just a bunch. So I've got my shorter dresses, and then I've got sort of like midi length dresses and the knit dresses that need to be folded over so that they don't, like this is a Proenza Schooler white label, this black one is a Saison, this white one is from JCPenney, I forget what it's from, and then jumpsuits. So it's kind of hard to get back there. I wish there was a better way to organize this. If anybody has a recommendation for how to organize my closet a little bit better, let me know. But yeah, that's the closet swap out. And then I put in, this is a really beautiful Kate knit halter top that I love. Got some tube tops, a bunch of Saison tank tops that I love, more t-shirts, more just like random tank tops. It's my Igor band. It's like the one band shirt I own. Really great band, check it out. And then some just basic stuff. And that is it. That is my closet ready for spring. And honestly, that lighting is terrible. Honestly, I'm quite excited about it. As I was going through it, I was like, oh, I'm excited that I have that piece and just remembering what I have. These pants I love, super fun, but the way that they zip up, they just don't work. So I think I'm gonna see if my dry cleaner can do something about that, because they do tailoring as well. And then this is a pile of dry cleaning that needs to happen before it can be put away, or like some of it's gonna go away and some of it's gonna stay out, because like I said, Seattle can still get kind of cold even in the summer. So yeah, so that's that. And I feel really good about that. My room is deep clean, like I dusted everything, wiped down everything, vacuumed everything. It just feels a lot cleaner now. And my closet is arranged the way that I like it to be arranged. And I'm just really content with where that ended. So I'm going to call this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.